Are you drinking water every single day, but still noticing your body feels weaker, your legs slower, and your energy slipping away month by month? You may think the problem is how much water you're drinking, but the truth is, it's not about the quantity. It's about what's missing inside that glass. Today, I'm going to share with you one simple, powerful addition you can mix into your daily water. It's tasteless, it's natural, and it could be the very thing that helps you stop muscle loss, rebuild strength, and feel years younger, especially if you're over 60. This isn't about expensive powders, extreme diets, or hours of exercise you can't keep up with. This is about giving your body the exact building block it's been craving. So every sip of water becomes a step towards stronger muscles, better balance, and more confidence in your daily life. Because here's the truth. Sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, is one of the most silent and dangerous threats we face as we grow older. It creeps in slowly. First, climbing stairs feels harder. Then carrying groceries makes your arms ache. One day you realize even standing up from a chair takes effort. But it doesn't have to be this way. Stay with me, because in just a few minutes, I'll reveal the natural science-backed secret you can add to your water starting today. A simple shift that could help you wake up stronger in just a few short weeks. Part 2. Sarcopenia, the silent threat. Now let's talk about something most seniors don't hear enough about, yet it affects nearly everyone over 60. Sarcopenia. This is the medical term for age-related muscle loss, and it quietly chips away at your independence, your balance, and your overall quality of life. The scary part? It doesn't happen all at once. Sarcopenia is sneaky. One day, you notice your legs feel heavier and slower when you walk. Another day, your arms feel a little weaker when lifting bags of groceries. Soon after, climbing stairs, getting up from a chair, or even opening jars feels harder than it used to. It's like strength is being stolen from you little by little, almost without you realizing it. Most people think this is just normal aging. But here's the truth. It's not inevitable. Sarcopenia happens because your body gradually breaks down muscle faster than it can rebuild it. And once that process begins, it accelerates if you don't step in and fight back. Doctors usually tell you to eat more protein, exercise more, and stay hydrated. And yes, those are all important. But here's what often gets overlooked. Even if you're eating well and moving your body, your muscles may not be getting the exact signal they need to actually build and repair. That's why so many seniors keep losing strength despite doing everything right. And this is where today's simple solution comes in. Because there's one key nutrient, something tasteless, natural, and easy to add right into your water, that can wake up your muscle-building machinery and help reverse sarcopenia, even after years of decline. Stay with me, because in the next section, I'll reveal what researchers discovered about this missing piece and why it's the ignition key your muscles have been waiting for. Part 3. The discovery of leucine, the ignition key for muscle. About 15 years ago, researchers asked a simple but powerful question. Why do some older adults keep their muscle mass and strength much better than others, even when they eat the same foods and exercise the same amount? At first, scientists thought it was genetics or lifestyle differences. But when they dug deeper, they found something remarkable. The people who stayed stronger and more resilient had higher levels of a very specific amino acid in their diet. That amino acid was leucine. So what exactly is leucine? Think of it as the ignition key for your body's muscle-building engine. You can eat all the protein in the world, but without enough leucine, your muscles won't switch on the repair and growth process. On the other hand, when leucine is present in the right amount, even aging muscles can respond like they did decades earlier. Here's why this discovery was so exciting. Most amino acids need to come packaged inside complete proteins, like the ones you find in eggs, meat, or dairy. But leucine is unique. You can actually take it on its own, dissolve it into water, and it still sends a direct signal to your muscles to start building new tissue. Clinical research showed that older adults who consumed just 3 to 4 grams of leucine daily, divided into smaller doses throughout the day, were able not only to stop muscle loss, but to actively rebuild lean muscle. Many of them reversed years of decline, regaining strength, balance, and confidence. And the simplest, most effective way wasn't through complicated diets or expensive powders. It was by adding pure leucine powder straight into their drinking water. Even more impressive, the results came quickly. Unlike strength training, which can take months before you notice real change, many people drinking leucine-enhanced water reported more energy and less soreness within just 2 to 3 weeks. It was as if their bodies finally remembered how to grow stronger again. Leucine works because it activates something called the mTOR pathway. Think of it as the master control switch for muscle protein synthesis. With age, this pathway becomes harder to trigger, almost like a rusty switch. Leucine flips it back on. Once that happens, your body gets the clear signal. Build muscle now. And the best part? This isn't about drastic life changes. It's one of the simplest daily habits you can adopt, just a scoop in your water. But it can completely transform how your body responds to protein and exercise. Part 4. How leucine works in the body. Now that we know leucine is the ignition key, let's look at how it actually works inside your body. When you drink water enhanced with leucine, especially on an empty stomach, your body absorbs it much faster than when it's bound up in regular food proteins. Within 15 to 30 minutes, the level of leucine in your bloodstream spikes. This is critical because once it reaches your muscles, leucine goes straight to work. The first thing leucine does is activate the mTOR pathway. Remember, this is the master control switch for muscle protein synthesis. Without it, your muscles don't get the message to grow, no matter how much protein you eat. But when leucine flips this switch, your muscle fibers receive a loud and clear signal. Start building new tissue right now. And that's only the beginning. Leucine also plays a double role, builds new muscle fibers. It provides the signal and the raw material your muscles need to grow thicker and stronger. Prevents muscle breakdown. As we age, our bodies naturally start breaking down muscle faster than they can rebuild it. Leucine helps tip the balance back in your favor by slowing down those breakdown signals. Here's another fascinating piece. Leucine works hand in hand with insulin, one of your body's key anabolic hormones. Even a slight rise in insulin, for example after a small meal, becomes far more powerful when leucine is already in your system. The two together supercharge muscle protein synthesis, making your food work harder for you. Timing also matters. Leucine is especially effective after long periods without food, like first thing in the morning or between meals. That's because your muscles are in a natural breakdown state, looking for fuel. Giving them leucine water at this time acts like flipping a switch from breaking down to building up. In short, leucine doesn't just sit in your body. It actively reprograms your muscles to grow again, even after years of decline. That's why it's such a game changer for adults over 60 who want to fight sarcopenia and feel strong again. Part 5. The optimal leucine protocol. All right, so how much leucine do you actually need? And more importantly, when should you take it for the best results? Here's the science-backed protocol that researchers have found most effective for adults over 60. Daily amount. The sweet spot is about 3 to 4 grams of leucine per day. But here's the key. You don't want to take it all at once. Your body can only use a limited amount of leucine for muscle building at a time. Any excess just gets wasted or stored. Spread it out. The smartest way is to divide your total leucine into 3 doses throughout the day. That's roughly 1 to 1.5 grams per dose. By doing this, you're giving your muscles repeated signals to stay in building mode all day long instead of just for an hour or two. Timing. 1. Morning dose. Take your first leucine water within 30 minutes of waking up before breakfast. After 8 to 10 hours of sleep, your muscles have been breaking down for energy. This morning boost immediately flips the switch back to building mode. 2. Midday dose. Your second dose should be about 30 minutes before lunch. This primes your muscles to make better use of the protein you eat at that meal. Think of it as unlocking the door, so amino acids from your food can enter more efficiently. 3. Afternoon dose. Take the final dose around 3 to 4 p.m. This prevents the late-day muscle breakdown that often happens as energy dips. It also sets your body up for smoother recovery if you do any evening activity. How to prepare. Mix 1 gram of pure leucine powder into 8 to 12 ounces of room temperature water. Stir or shake until it fully dissolves. Avoid very hot or ice-cold water, as that can affect solubility. If you'd like, add a squeeze of lemon or a slice of cucumber for flavor. But avoid sugar or artificial sweeteners, which may interfere with absorption. Consistency is the secret. Just like watering a plant, the effect of leucine builds up over time. If you're consistent with these 3 daily doses, you'll start to notice more energy and less soreness in just a couple of weeks, and significant improvements in muscle function after a month or 2. In simple terms, small doses, taken regularly at the right times, are far more powerful than a big dose once in a while. Part 6. Choosing the right leucine supplement. Now that you know the power of leucine, the next big question is, which leucine should you actually buy? Not all supplements are created equal, and choosing the wrong one could mean wasting money or even slowing your progress. Let me break this down clearly for you. 1. Look for pure leucine powder. The simplest, most effective form is pure L-leucine powder. L is important because it's the biologically active form your body can actually use to build muscle. Some cheaper supplements contain a mix of L-leucine and D-leucine, but only the L form works. Always check the label and make sure it says 100% pure L-leucine. 2. Avoid unnecessary additives. Stay away from products that are mixed with fillers, artificial flavors, colors, or other amino acids. Why? Because those extras dilute the dose and can interfere with absorption. The best leucine supplements have an ingredient list with just one word, leucine. 3. Powder versus capsules. While capsules might seem convenient, they're often underdosed. You'd have to swallow a handful of pills just to reach your daily 3 to 4 grams. Powder form is not only more cost-effective, but also faster absorbing, especially when dissolved in water. Plus, with powder, you can measure your exact dose down to the gram. 4. Quality standards matter. Choose brands that are pharmaceutical grade or USP verified. This ensures the product has been tested for purity, potency, and safety. Remember, supplements aren't always regulated as strictly as medications, so picking a trusted source is key to protecting your health. 5. How to store it. Leucine powder is stable for up to 2 to 3 years if stored properly. Keep it in a cool, dry place away from sunlight. Your kitchen cabinet or pantry works just fine. Always seal the container tightly to prevent moisture from clumping the powder. 6. How to mix it. When preparing your leucine water, use room temperature water, about 8 to 12 ounces. Stir or shake for 30 seconds until it fully dissolves. If you notice grittiness, just keep stirring until smooth. For flavor, add a squeeze of lemon, a cucumber slice, or a sprig of mint. Avoid juices or sugary additives. These can interfere with leucine absorption. By following these steps, you're making sure every scoop of leucine you take is safe, potent, and working exactly the way science intended. Part 7. What to expect in the first weeks and months. When you start adding leucine water into your daily routine, it's important to know what realistic progress looks like. This isn't a magic overnight fix. Instead, leucine works gradually in harmony with your body to restore strength and rebuild muscle. Let's walk through what you can expect in the first few weeks and months. Week 1. Small but noticeable changes. In the first 5 to 7 days, most people notice subtle improvements in energy and daily activity. You might feel less afternoon fatigue, or find that climbing stairs doesn't leave you quite as winded. This early boost happens because leucine improves how efficiently your current muscle fibers use energy, even before new muscle tissue is built. Weeks 2 to 3, functional strength returns. By the second and third week, your body begins responding more strongly to the daily leucine signals. Everyday movements, standing up from a chair, carrying groceries, or getting in and out of bed, feel easier. Researchers call this functional strength, and it's one of the earliest signs that your muscles are maintaining their mass more effectively. Weeks 4-6, measurable improvements. This is when you really start to notice change. If you combine leucine water with light daily activity, like walking, gardening, or stretching, you may find you can do more repetitions of simple exercises without tiring as quickly. Tasks that once left you stiff or sore, such as going upstairs or lifting a laundry basket, begin to feel more manageable. This is the stage where the actual rebuilding of muscle tissue becomes visible in daily life. Months 2 to 3, significant transformation. After 8 to 12 weeks of consistent use, the improvements often become dramatic. Many people report feeling 5 to 10 years younger in terms of strength, confidence, and stamina. Activities you may have given up, like gardening, playing with grandchildren, or going for long walks, start to feel enjoyable again. Your muscles are no longer just holding on. They're actively growing stronger. Beyond 3 months, long-term benefits. By this stage, leucine water has become part of your routine, and the results continue to build. Your body feels steadier, your balance improves, and your recovery from physical activity becomes faster. What once felt like weakness now feels like resilience. The key is consistency. Daily leucine intake plus regular movement creates steady, compounding progress. Important reminder: leucine isn't a quick hack. Skipping days or giving up too soon is one of the biggest mistakes people make. Think of it like watering a plant. It doesn't flourish from one big splash, but from small, steady care over time. Part 8. Common mistakes to avoid. When using leucine. Adding leucine water to your daily routine can be life-changing, but only if you use it correctly. Over the years, researchers and doctors have seen common mistakes that hold people back from getting the full benefits. Let's walk through them one by one so you can avoid wasting time and maximize your results. 1. Inconsistency with timing and dosing. The number one mistake is starting strong, but then skipping doses or forgetting entirely. Leucine works by giving your muscles a steady build now signal day after day. Missing doses breaks that signal and slows progress dramatically. Think of it like watering a plant. If you only water once in a while, the plant struggles. But if you water a little every day, it thrives. Your muscles need that same consistency. 2. Taking too much at once. Some people think, if 1 gram is good, then 5 grams must be better. But that's not how it works. Your muscles can only use a certain amount of leucine at one time. Extra just gets converted into glucose or stored as fat, exactly what you don't want. Stick to the proven formula, about 1.5 grams per dose, 3 times a day. 3. Mixing leucine with full meals. Another big mistake is taking leucine right alongside a heavy meal. When you do this, leucine has to compete with all the other amino acids from your food, and much of its power gets lost. To maximize absorption, always take leucine water on an empty stomach, ideally 30 minutes before eating. That way, your muscles get the full signal before your meal arrives. 4. Expecting overnight miracles. Many people give up too soon. They expect to feel like they're 20 again in just a week. But that's not how muscle rebuilding works. Leucine works steadily and naturally. You'll notice subtle improvements within the first couple of weeks, but the dramatic changes usually take 2 to 3 months. Patience and persistence are key. 5. Staying sedentary. Leucine is powerful, but it can't do the work alone. If you're completely inactive, you'll miss out on its biggest benefits. Muscles need a blueprint, some level of activity, to know where to grow stronger. Even simple activities like walking, stretching, or lifting light household objects amplify leucine's effects dramatically. 6. Not drinking enough water overall. Leucine water should be part of your hydration routine, not a replacement for it. Your muscles need proper hydration to function and recover. Aim for at least 8 glasses of fluids daily, with leucine water included. Skimping on hydration makes your body less efficient at using leucine. 7. Stopping as soon as you feel better. This is a trap many people fall into. They feel stronger after a few weeks and think, "Great, I don't need leucine anymore." But when you stop, your muscles eventually slide back into the age-related decline you are trying to prevent. Think of leucine as a lifestyle habit, not a temporary fix. The benefits last as long as you stay consistent. Key takeaway: avoiding these mistakes can be the difference between small, short-term results and a true transformation in your muscle health. Stay consistent, follow the timing, and combine leucine with light daily activity. That's the winning formula. Part 9. How to build your personalized leucine water routine. Now that you understand the power of leucine water and the mistakes to avoid, let's bring it all together into a practical step-by-step plan you can start using today. Think of this as your personal roadmap, simple, realistic, and built for everyday life. Step 1. Get your supply ready. Don't wait until the last minute. Order a month's supply of pure L-leucine powder. Make sure it's pharmaceutical grade, free of fillers, and stored in a cool, dry place. Having it ready and visible in your kitchen will remind you to stay consistent. Step 2. Establish your timing anchors. You'll need 3 doses each day, and the easiest way to stay consistent is to tie them to routines you already do. Morning dose, right after waking up before breakfast. Link it to brushing your teeth or making your coffee. Midday dose, about 30 minutes before lunch. Set a reminder on your phone if you need help remembering. Afternoon dose, around 3 to 4 p.m. when energy naturally dips. Think of this as your second wind booster. Step 3. Prepare each dose correctly. Mix 1.5 grams of leucine into 8 and 12 ounces of room temperature water. Stir or shake until fully dissolved. Avoid very hot or icy water, which can affect absorption. If you don't like plain water, add a squeeze of lemon or a slice of cucumber, but skip sugar and artificial sweeteners. Step 4. Pair with movement. Leucine is like the building material, but activity is the blueprint. Within 2 to 4 hours of drinking your leucine water, do something active. A brisk 15-20 minute walk. Light stretching or yoga. Chair squats or wall push-ups. Gardening or household chores. It doesn't have to be intense. Even gentle, consistent movement directs leucine exactly where it's needed most. Step 5. Track your progress. Keep a simple log. Each day, write down when you took your doses and what activity you did. After 2 to 3 weeks, note small wins. Climbing stairs with less effort, carrying groceries more easily, or feeling less tired in the afternoon. By month 2 or 3, those small wins add up to real transformation. Step 6. Plan for disruptions. Life happens: travel, busy schedules, or unexpected events. Prepare by portioning your leucine into small containers or packets you can carry with you. Consistency is everything, so having a backup plan ensures you don't miss your doses. Step 7. Stay the course. The biggest results show up after 8 to 12 weeks. Don't give up early. Think of this as a long-term investment in your independence and vitality. Every glass of Leucine water is a step towards stronger muscles, steadier legs, and more confidence in daily life. Bottom line, building your personalized Leucine water routine isn't complicated. It's about consistency, timing, and pairing with movement. Stick with it, and in just a few months you may look back amazed at how much stronger and more energetic you feel. Conclusion. Let's pause for a moment and imagine your life just a few months from now. Picture yourself waking up in the morning, feeling light on your feet instead of stiff and tired. Imagine climbing the stairs without stopping to catch your breath, carrying groceries with ease, or bending down to play with your grandchildren without worrying about weakness or pain. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's what happens when you take small, consistent steps to give your body exactly what it needs. And Leucine water is one of those small steps that leads to big change. A scoop in the morning, another before lunch, one more in the afternoon. Simple, flavorless, but powerful enough to flip the switch in your muscles back to growth mode. Remember, sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, is not destiny. It's not a life sentence. Your muscles can still respond, rebuild, and grow stronger at any age if you give them the right signals and the right fuel. Leucine isn't a magic pill, but it is a proven tool. And when you combine it with regular movement and consistency, it becomes a life-changing habit. Now the choice is in your hands. You can keep doing what you've always done, drinking plain water and wondering why you feel weaker each month. Or you can make a small intentional change starting today. Add Leucine to your water and commit to giving your body the building blocks it's been waiting for. If this video has opened your eyes, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. What activity would you love to do more easily once your muscles get stronger again? Walking, gardening, dancing, or maybe lifting your grandchildren? Share it with us. Your answer could inspire someone else in this community. Don't forget to hit like if you found this helpful and tap subscribe, along with the notification bell so you never miss out on the simple science-backed tips we share here at Natural Health 60 Plus. Because this isn't just about muscles. It's about dignity, freedom, and the joy of living fully, no matter your age.